I helped Barbara Bush establish the Institute for Literacy, where I was locked up for 3 weeks reading grants and getting it started. When Russia became free of communism, I was asked to be an ambassador in education to introduce westernized education. And children who were below level or anything in those days were literally shipped to Siberia. So we created an organization called Children Who Create Trouble, and the parents would not send the children away, and now we have schools and support for them. I'm pretty passionate about this work. When I was young, like some of you here, I was a national consultant for whole language, if you can believe it. And went all over the country, and at the end, though, I saw the children really made no progress. They had a lot of fun, but their scores stayed the same. So I reached out and to find a better solution and became very, Orton trained. I've been trained by the gurus of Orton, which is Diana King and Alice Kuntz. And I'm very passionate about it. I had a learning center for many, many years, which is pretty prestigious, where children come from all over for us to fix them. And we're able to fix them rather quickly. And the public schools, years ago in the 70s, used to get upset with us. But now they're turning around a little bit. And about 7 years ago, my son looked out the window of the Learning Center and said, it's time to give back to public schools, to children who cannot afford $100 an hour. And we went to failing schools, turned around these schools and the children, got letters from children how it changed their life and on and on. So we were really encouraged to put it on software. And it's been a wonderful journey because we're getting the same results on software as we did in our $100 an hour students. So what I love about the program is it's going to teach you to be more diagnostic, because Orton Gillingham, you can go as slow as you have to or as fast as you can. So it's really individualized for the child. And that is a problem that I see in a lot of public schools, is they either have a program with a lot of tests on software, or they have a program where you read the story and answer the questions, but not a program that you as a teacher could see Johnny in 2nd grade, who really has not mastered short vowels, which is 47% of reading, and is reading by whole word, so you could put him back to that. So that is my goal today, and is Ingrid here? Because I want to thank her. She did an amazing job of getting a lot of this ready, and Mary Ann, you've got to give them a little hand. So, let's talk a little bit, because even in a school district like this, you have children who definitely can have issues. And I'll show you how you can take the Orton Gillingham, because I used Orton Gillingham on my children, and they all went to Ivy Leagues and are voracious readers and are extremely successful. So I believe in Orton Gillingham. I know that. How many of you are K teachers? How many of you are, I love it. How many of you are 1 teachers? How many 2? How many basic skills? You're all together. Okay. So I will show you how with a voracious or a good reader you can go right into fluency, but with a slower reader you have to tap it out. So let's talk about dyslexia for a minute, since you are in New Jersey. Dys means lack of, and lexia means language. So it's a language issue. The most common form of dyslexia, even though there are 101 types, is usually in encoding, which is spelling, and decoding, which is reading. And sometimes they can be hyperlexic, meaning they read the words very well, like in your basic skills, but they have no reading comprehension. So you have to look for this. So what would be some signs of this? 20% of the population has it, and 20% in a classroom. It's just the most common form of a reading disorder, and it's just now getting recognized. by public schools. So it could be a substitutionary, meaning I could be an omission, like team. They will write team. So they will leave out a letter, and you can look at children's writing. It's not, everybody thinks it's D, D, P, Q, but that is the Reader's Digest form. You really don't see that much of it. It has transpositions where they leave out syllables, inversions of an N and a U, and most of all, they try to memorize everything. And that is the scary part of what is going on all over the country, is many teachers do not pronounce the phonemes correctly,
Good
the
morning,
sounds.
Welcome back, scholar presenters and studio teachers.
It is June 1st. It is an E-Day all day long. We welcome two of our finest young ladies who have ever walked the earth as we all rise to salute our flag. They are
Isabella Lamar from Miss McGrady's class. Elisa Volta from Miss McGrady's class.
ready.
Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy belated birthday to Evan Espinoza, whose birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Evan. Have a great day, and
That's my speech.
Now I forgot where we were.
You're erasing all
Oh,
of this?
yeah.
I'm gonna put something else up there for
Okay, because I'm going to have to go on the computer in a little bit. So I can go on the computer.
you. Yeah.
So the beauty of the Mac Scholar software, but we're going to learn both, is as an Orton trainer, I would go to schools and train teachers and stay there for a long time and come back and I'd say, where's the lesson plan? And they would still be adding up to the phonemes. So you have like a tutorial, your lesson plans are made up, but most of all, it takes for a slower learner about 300 times to learn a phoneme properly, so you can keep putting them back to the software in specific places to practice while you work with your small group. So that is an advantage, and it's the only Orton Gillingham technology out there, which really has the visual, tactile, auditory, and fluency drills. Another thing that is important is that the children develop fluency, because even if they read it too slowly, they're not going to want to comprehend it. So let's start with the short vowels. If you could, and basically the lesson plan. So if you go in your binder, I kind of like talked about page 2, 3, and 4. And we are going to go into the 6-syllable types, because children basically need to have the tools to syllabicate, because if they don't, they're going to look at whole words. And there's so much push of reading books early that we're pushing that even with really good readers, because research shows getting phonemic segmentation and phonology is really critical. So on page 6, here you have a full Orton Gillingham sound deck, and now you can see why it's so difficult, the English language, to learn, because Spanish has one sound of the vowel, Hebrew has one sound of the vowel, But look at English. On the short A, we have A, apple, A as in baby, and A as in water, which is schwa. So later on, I'm going to give you the essential tools and the essential tools of the lesson plan. But later on, you will make your reading deck. And when you do this deck, rather than P, panda, you're going to put A, always start with the short vowel, A as in apple, a, and you really will want to go through it with your students to see which sounds they know. It's interesting, I'm working in a lot of schools now, and what I see is they will sometimes know the sound, both from hearing it and seeing it, but they can't blend it, or they'll blend it and leave out the last letter. So, these are all things that you want to look at. Then, on page 7, you will see a basic lesson plan. So, the 5-minute warm-up, you can do handwriting, which I'm going to show you, phonemic awareness. And phonemic awareness, what you want to write down is grapheme is letter and phoneme is sound. But for your kindergartners, and I'm going to use you, come up here. And phonemic awareness, you're just working with sounds. And this is the word pet. Can you tap it out? Pet. Okay, and I want you to change the F to an A with using this. Tap it out. Okay. I want you to change the T to an N. I want you to change the P to a T. Good. Notice she did clip the sounds on the T. And you want to make sure you clip your sounds where you do not put a vowel on it. So, everybody. A, apple, a. Okay, on our vowels, we open our mouth. A. Wide open. N, nurse, n.
And nurse,
T, taxi, t.
taxi.
Good clipping. Okay, give her a hand. She did a great job. So, phoneme is what? Pardon? Sounds. And you can do phonemic segmentation. And grapheme is letters. So, you can do like 5 minutes of that, and also sight words in Orton Gillingham is critical to be stable. Sight words you do not sound out. We recommend that you make them red, and you will find the list in your binder. And we usually work with sight words during those first 5 minutes. And if you look on page, on the binder that says sight word list, you have your list, and they didn't put a page. It's within, it says Max Phonics sight word list. Keep going. It's after the blends and diagrams. Everybody raise their hand when they find it. Right there. Right here. No, these are the sight words. Sight words are words that connect in the English language. Raise your hand, right there. And they're in sets. And there are a lot of them, and these have to be stable. So I recommend in the lesson plan, you could do it 1 or 2 ways. You could put them on cards. And if you do put them on cards, they should be in red. Can you come, people who found it, can you come help these people?
What tales are And everything.
Can you come show, who found it? It's in the red section, and it looks like this. They don't have red.
Orange.
First divider. Yeah, it's in the first divider.
It's towards the back.
Oh, it's in there. Behind that. I know. You found it. First divider. It's the first divider. First divider. First tab. First tab is different colors. Sorry. First tab is up front. This is where I was. I
Not sound.
No.
Sight.
No, sight word.
Is there like a grade level for like say set 1, set 2, and set 3?
Set 1 starts out, these are the most common. So set 1 starts out with kindergarten.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, kindergarten, 3, 4, 5, 6, through 12 is second grade, third grade is 13 through 35.
But 1 and 2 are kids.
But it's important that they learn it and memorize it. So these words of distinction is they can memorize it. And you also, when they write it, you want them to say the letters.
Staff, just a reminder,
I,
basic skills
A, N,
and
and
reading specialist groups have been suspended for today. Thank you.
if you look on the mastery list, you keep a file like this on every child, and you click the, and you check it as they master it. So because sight words are very important to be stable in Orton Gillingham and Lindenwood Bell. And unfortunately, we don't work on it enough, but it's a very important component. So for that warm-up drill, I would really spend a lot of time on sight words, you know, no more than 5 minutes if you have children with handwriting problems, handwriting. If they have phonemic awareness, you can take cotton balls or felt. And now I would like to go through the steps of an Orton plan. And you will see it on page 8. And then we're going to practice it. So the first part of the drill is what? Who can tell me? In any Orton lesson, the visual drill. So here you would have your sound cards, and you're going to all team up into twos and have that. And then I'll show you how it's on the software. So we do, in Orton Gillingham, we do letter, picture, sound. If you have more advanced students, you can do, as you go along, letter, word, as we go further. After the short vowels and consonants, blends, and digraphs, then we go to words. Okay, so everybody get out a piece of paper and number it from 1 to 10 on 2 sides. Do we all have paper and a pencil? No. Do we have paper here? Anybody need a pencil or a pen? And title it Orton Gillingham Short Vowels. Here, by the way, if we have time, is for your sight words and ready. And your sound card. Anybody need a pencil? So number it 1 to 10 on one side, and 1 to 10 on the other side.
Did you get posted?
Yes, thank you.
Do you have one more sheet?
Are we all there? Oh, does everyone have paper? Yes, Orton Gillingham, short vowel A. And dated, always dated.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so now you've all numbered your paper from 1 to 10 on both sides. 1 to 10. One side and then on the back. Yeah. One side and then the back. You did well. Okay. You got front and back? Okay. So this is called the visual drill, and let's pretend that we're a class. This is the letter P, like panda. It makes a sound. We're going to clip it. Now you try it with me.
P, panda.
Who said it? I heard a up. No up. Let's try it again. Okay, good. This is the letter F, as in fox. It makes the sound. You try it with me.
F, fox.
This is the letter N, as in nurse. It makes the sound N.
N, nurse.
This is the letter T, as in taxi. It makes the sound T.
T, taxi.
And now we're introducing the short vowel, and we do code because you'll find out later when we do syllabication they need to know the difference between consonants and vowels, and most children do not. This is a letter A, as in apple. It makes the sound A.
A, apple, A.
Good, and I saw everybody's mouth open. What's this part called? The what drill? Visual drill. Then in the software we have the tactile kinesthetic, and everybody's going to get a turn to do this. And here we use the sand, and in Orton now, because they update it, we do it with the auditory and tactile kinesthetic, and on the software you'll see there's sand for them to trace. So we first start with air writing, which you'll see also on the software, and we use large arm movements. Do you know why? It goes into the kinesthetic memory, and when you're teaching young children, start out with the big arm movements first. So P is, everybody with me, and always face them this way. Down, up, and around. Now you try it. Down. You got to say it as you do it. Down, up, and around. Okay. And then they go down, up, and around. Down, up, and around. Try it. Good. Okay, and the F is half around, down, and across. Everybody. Half around, down, and across. And they love down, up, and hump. Down, up, and hump. T is down and across.
Down and across.
And the A is half around, up, and down.
Half around, up and down.
Okay, so you see that, and we usually do it twice. Then we do the sound dictation for encoding or spelling twice. So write the letter that makes the sound T, as in taxi. And here you watch for handwriting and watch, you walk around. Number one? Yes. Good. Write the letter that makes the sound A, as in apple. This is for verse 2. You just substitute different phonemes if they need. This is a lesson plan. But write the letter that makes the sound as in nurse. And if you're doing whole group, you gotta walk around. Write the letter that makes the sound as in panda. You are a great group. Write the letter that makes the sound as in fox. Write the letter that makes the sound at as in apple. Write the letter that makes the sound t as in taxi. Write the letter that makes the sound as in nurse. Write the letter that makes the sound as in panda. And write the letter that makes the sound t as in taxi. You can do some, double, triple, whatever. And now what is that drill called? Auditory. And what's this one called? Is it when we are doing down, up, and around, is it kinesthetic or what? Kinesthetic, remember, tactile kinesthetic, because we're always doing everything to every avenue of the brain. Okay, and last would be your word list for your kindergartners. You would tap it out. So for your kindergartners just learning to read, this is where the tapping comes in. So you have them tap it. Let's tap together. And hand. That's very important that they connect the letters to the sound, because a lot of them go at, pan, right on the P. So again, these are your memorizers, and they have not mastered that. And why is it important? This is a closed syllable of the 6 syllables you're going to learn, and if you don't learn it, it's going to be difficult because you have attic, which are 2 closed syllables, or rabbit, and there are also non-words on many of the syllables. Let's try it. At, hat. And then we would do, for your readers that are ready for it, a word per minute timing. And I'm going to have a volunteer, because then I'm going to pass, we're going to divide into 2 groups with Dr. Elliott and myself. And we're going to go on the computer. So I need a volunteer and I need a timer. Who's a volunteer? I'll have to pick you.
I do it.
Okay, you can do it. And who has a phone that they can time a minute?
What is the volunteer?
I do.
Okay. You'll time it. Okay, so come on up. So you're going to read this word list and you'll see it on the software as well. From left to right as fast as you can, and you want to read it again if she doesn't call a minute. So hopefully you'll read it like 4 times.
So I'm going to read it as fast as I can.
As fast as you can, and someone take note if she makes any mistakes, because we usually write it down, but we don't stop the student. Why is fluency important? Fluency is important because according to Mary Ann Wolf from Tufts University, it really makes a distinction of good readers and poor readers. And if you go into urban areas, they read like this, where in middle class they read like this, and they read like they talk. So we want to develop fluency. Okay, tell her when she's ready.
Okay, ready, go. An, at, ap, pat, path, nab, fat, tap, pan, fap, tan, nat, fan, fat, at, tap, pat, tan, nat, fan, tan.
Keep going.
Oh, and, at, ap, pat, path, nap, fat, tap, pan, fap, tan, nat, fan, fat, at, tap, pat, tan, nat, fan, tan. And, at, ap, pat, path, nap, fat, tap, pan, fab, tan, nat, fan, fat, at, tap, pat, tan, nat, fan, tan. And, at, ap, pat, path, nap, fat, tap, pan, fab, tan, nat, fan, fat, at, tap, pat, tan, nat, fan, tan, and, at, ap, pat, faf, nap, fat, tap, pan, fap, and stop. Thank you.
Well, she read 21 words times 3, which is 63, and another 20, so she's 83 words per minute, so she's really great. Now, and I'm going to chart this. And what is fluency for kindergarten? Is 50 words per minute? 50. For first grade is 76. For second grade is 80. And for third grade is 86. Yeah, so you're ready to go to third grade. Okay, now let's just go to, we did the word list. Now we're going to do the word dictation, and then we're going to divide up into 2 groups. So I'm just on the other side where you had 1 through 10, call it word dictation. And here you give random words from this word list. So, and here you sound it as you write it. And, everybody write it as you sound it. Fact. I need to hear you. Fact. No? Okay. Fan. Right. You're sounding it as you write it when you're doing the Orton Gillingham dictation of the sounds you've learned. Tap. Pat. No puff. I hear some puffs. Band. Tan. Good flipping. Great. Tap. And nap. Good. Tap. Okay, perfect. And what's this part called on the lesson plan? Word dictation. And then we have the controlled reader, which I will show you on the software. And that should take about 30 minutes. And then we're going to divide up into the groups now, where we can show you the software of this and how the child would practice it. You'll see, Dr. Elliott, can you get on the software?
Is it a smart board?
Yes. Any questions so far?
I have a question.
Yes.
When you're doing the reading per minute,
Right.
how many words per minute, is that every lesson you're doing this?
If you do a full Orton lesson, yes, you would do it. But let's say one day you just want to work on fluency. One day just the kinesthetic, the writing. One day just the dictation. You can do that as well. And then you can put them on that part on the software to practice. Because those children, that's the beauty of it. You can do direct